evening, everyone, and welcome to Hoboken High School's Class of 2018 Commencement Ceremony. I ask everyone to please rise as our class president, Brandon Lyman, leads us in the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
I ask everyone to please remain standing as the national anthem is performed by Mrs. Hoyt and the Hoboken High School Select Choir.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you. That was amazing. I mean, 7, 8 students belting that out. That's talent. We worked on that seating a lot this week, so it had to be perfect. So I would really like to extend a warm welcome to the parents and families of our graduating seniors, as well as Dr. Johnson, our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Fitzhugh, our Assistant Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Callaghy, Mr. Delafave, Mr. Heacox, Mr. Werner, our Board of Ed members, Mr. Klupfel, Ms. Angley, Ms. Delara, Ms. Evans, Ms. Kana, Mr. Madigan, Ms. Soloff, Ms. Kieran, and Ms. Walker. I also like to welcome Mayor Bala and City Council Representative Emily Jabor. We have Freolda Romano also with us. Thank you for once again joining us. As you know, this is not a one-woman show. There are so many people that assist me and all of you getting to this stage today. My Vice Principal, Mrs. Gullo, my 12th grade power team, Mrs. Gleason and Mr. Dickerson, Miss Jillian Boyer, who stepped right in when Miss Gleason left us for her maternity leave, and we wish Miss Boyer luck as she's moving to North Carolina, South Carolina, and we'll be taking her show on the road. We're going to miss her, and we thank you. Mr. England, our athletic director, Mr. Piccini, who keeps you all in school on time. And some of you might still owe a detention. I'm not sure who, but a couple of you. And also the amazing faculty that has worked with all of you for the past 4 years, ensuring that you have what it takes to move forward and to get to this point in time. I have been reminded over the past few weeks how truly amazing my faculty is. You choose this line of work because you wish to serve children, and I have to tell you, my faculty is second to none. I am so thankful to be working with all of you every day. And of course, your senior class advisors, Ms. Caradonia and Mr. Williams. They have given their time, their energy, and I am pretty sure some of their sanity to make certain you had a memorable senior year. As I look at all of you, I smile. I smile because I see you have your whole lives ahead of you. I smile because I remember things over the past 5 years about each and every one of you. I smile because I have been given this great gift of spending time with you. And I smile because I know that you all have the potential to do great things. When I speak to people about the last few days, maybe week, 10 days of school with my seniors, I probably roll my eyes, grit my teeth, make a statement like, almost there. But what I don't share with people is the best part of this day. It's 5:15, 5:30. When you walk into that auditorium, and I put a boutonniere on, we put a corsage on, and I look in your eyes, and they're wide, and they're looking at me with excitement, and they're also looking at me with the question of like, what's next? And so, I was recently reading an article that Alan Alda, an actor, probably none of you know, wrote. And he said, you have to leave the city of your comfort and go into the wilderness of your intuition. You can't get there by bus, only by hard work and risk, and by not quite knowing what you're doing. But what you'll discover will be wonderful. What you'll discover will be yourself. I thought how appropriate and true those words were. We live in a small community, 1 square mile, we know everyone, and we have spent the last 5 years with pretty much the same people. But for each of you to reach your full potential, you need to step out of the comfort zone and push yourself beyond what feels comfortable. I also want to share a story. In a rural area, a farmer was tending to his horse named Buddy, and along came a stranger who desperately needed the farmer's help. The stranger had lost control of his car and ran it into a ditch. The stranger asked the farmer if his horse could somehow pull his car out of this ditch. And the farmer asked, how big is the car? He said, it's a really small car. So the farmer agreed to do it. The farmer came with his horse and took a look, but he said, I can't promise I would help. The farmer saw that the stranger was telling the truth. The car was pretty small. So the farmer took a rope and fixed it to his horse, Buddy, and thought he would be able to pull it out of the ditch. The farmer then said, pull, Casey, pull. The horse didn't budge. The farmer then said, pull, Bailey, pull. The horse would not budge again. The farmer said, pull, Mandy, pull. Again, the horse would not move. The farmer then said, pull, Buddy, pull. And the horse pulled the vehicle out of the ditch. Stranger, of course, extremely grateful, but he had to ask the farmer why he called the horse by different names. And the farmer said, Buddy doesn't see too well. And I had to make him think he had help pulling that car out of the ditch, or he would not have pulled. So why do I share this story? Because I do not want any one of you to wait on others to accomplish something. Sometimes we do not attempt something if we don't know we have help. We worry if we are capable to do something. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are capable, and you can do whatever you set your mind to, and have seen it firsthand. Over the past few years, you have had so many supports, whether it was in school or at home. Each year, we pushed you more. We asked you to advocate for yourself, And then slowly we would let you go a little more and a little more until we get to this very moment where we have to let you go. You are ready. We have instilled in you everything you need to be successful. You have the tools in your toolbox, and all you have to do is use them. My favorite animal is the turtle. The reason is, for the turtle to move, it has to stick its neck out. There are going to be times in your life when you're going to have to stick your neck out. There will be challenges, and instead of hiding in a shell, I ask all of you to stick your head out and meet those challenges head on. I realize at times I have been hard on each and every one of you. I have been demanding of you academically, relentless in my pursuit of uniformity and timeliness, and at times have ruffled a feather or two when I have had to play disciplinarian. But my goal was never to send you off to college. My goal was always to send you off to college or employment, prepared and ready to deal with adversity and challenges. When I hear graduation speeches, it often seems the speaker is reminding the graduates of how much we have given all of you over the past 13 years. I see it differently. I feel very blessed because I have been given so much from all of you. For every lesson we have taught and you have learned, I have learned too. To my parents, to my guardians, my grandmothers, my aunts, my uncles, my brothers, and my sisters, I am pretty confident I have met you all over the course of the years. I stand here humbly before you and I thank you. Thank you for trusting me with the most valuable possession ever, your child. To all of you, please be kind, be peaceful, always forgive, and make every day count. Thank you. So I'd like everyone to please give a big round of applause for our Mayor, Alva.
Good evening. It's just a huge, immense honor to be standing here as your mayor to address the incoming graduates. I think about when I was in your shoes or your seats graduating from high school. It was 1991. I might be the mayor, but I'm actually a pretty regular guy, so at that time I was thinking about sports, basketball, baseball, just trying to, listen to hip-hop, what have you, not thinking about college. And I'm surprised I got into college, but I didn't get into college, I moved on. So there's hope. So there's hope for me, there's hope for everyone else. And, that's something that we're here today to celebrate. Even though high school graduation was a special time for me, I know it's a special time for you. It's a special time for the community. It's a special time for the parents to come together, the faculty, the teachers, the administrators to come together. This doesn't happen overnight. This doesn't happen. We have the trustees. This just doesn't happen with one person or one effort. It's a collective effort. It's a community. So you all should be individually very proud of yourselves. But also, I think we should be proud as a community here in Hoboken that we're standing here today with so many talented and proud graduates. So I want to give you a round of applause for that. When I reflect on my time back when I graduated from high school, it was 1991. I'm not sure if y'all were might not even been born in 91. And it was a different time. It was not like it was today. The challenges that are confronting you are not the same that were in those days. In 1991, the horrors of September 11th had not happened. We weren't dealing with problems of international domestic terrorism. We didn't have to deal with the scourge of gun violence that we see happen all too often. A couple weeks ago, I was at an active shooter drill at Hoboken High School. I mean, I'll tell you this, this was unimaginable back in 1991 when I was your age. And you all have to deal with these challenges going into the future stages of your life. But you know what gives me hope is that when we see things like what happened in Parkland, it wasn't anyone on this stage that took action, it was all of you. And there was a lot of you sitting in this audience today that led the way. You guys were the leaders to bring about change. So with that in mind, I want to make sure it's very clear. Never let anyone tell you that you are the next generation of leaders. You are not the next generation of leaders. I find that patronizing. It implies that you are not already leaders, that you are not already rolling up your sleeves, fighting for positive change in the world, and not the leaders of tomorrow. You all are the leaders of today, and you should be proud of that fact. And this day and age, our rights as Americans, in many ways, shapes, and forms, are seriously under attack. Minorities, Latinos are under attack by the federal government. Women, their rights are under attack. The LGBTQ community, immigration rights, the very values that form the foundation of our country are being undermined on a daily basis. We need to be aware of the context in which we're celebrating this auspicious occasion. At the steps of the Statue of Liberty, there's an inscription, and it kind of captures the spirit of our country being a nation of immigrants. Hoboken is a city of immigrants. We're all immigrants, no matter when we came here. Whether we're German, whether we're Irish, whether we're Italian, whether we're Latino, whether we're Asian, no matter what you are, we're a country of immigrants, whether we're African American. And on that inscription, it says, and I quote, "Give me your tired, give me your poor, your huddled masses yearning to breathe free, the wretched refuse of your teeming shores. Send these, the homeless, the tempest-tossed to me. I lift my lamp beside the golden door." In recent weeks, we've seen devastating news stories, reports of children who escaped the Triangle region of Central America, one of the most dangerous places in the world, to face unimaginable horrors of children who are being separated from their parents, children screaming in pain, parents crying in pain. This is not the vision enshrined in the Statue of Liberty. This is not the America that I know and that I love. So it will be up to us as elders to confront these challenges, to confront the challenge to our identity as Americans, and to preserve the American dream. But it is also up to the future. It is up to all of you to be aware of those challenges that are bestowed upon you, that were not bestowed upon me back in 1991, but that we all have to deal with today, and make sure that we uphold our values as Americans and believe in the values enshrined in our Constitution: diversity, equality, freedom, striving towards that more perfect union. So, my parting advice to you, first and foremost, this is a bit lighter. Have a nice summer and enjoy the summer. Go work extremely hard. So go have fun. Go party tonight. Don't get too crazy, but have a good time. That gets to the pause. Okay, I get it. Now I get it. For next year, this is going to be a lot lighter. But just remember, Eleanor Roosevelt said that the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So never stop believing in the beauty of your dreams. Work hard, remain humble, dream big, and never, never underestimate the power that you have to make a positive difference in our city, in our country, and in our world. Thank you so much for the honor of speaking before you.
Thank you. So it wouldn't be an event if Mrs. Hoyt and the select choir did not come out and perform for us. So the select choir will be performing "This Is Me." So at this time, I'd like to invite our salutatorian for the class of 2018. Elise will be attending Drew University to study pre-medical.
members, and district staff. Thank you for all attending this evening to celebrate an ending to a productive senior year and a tremendous high school career. High school is a checkpoint in everyone's life. It is the transition from small, fragile middle school kid to a well-mannered, career-oriented young adult. It is here where we make one of life's biggest decisions, as well as meet some of our lifelong friends. It's hard to imagine how class would be like without that certain group of people who would make it better. But sadly, we are approaching that end. As we part ways, I would like to leave my fellow classmates with some advice as told by Neil Gaiman. I hope that in the year to come, we make mistakes. Because if you are making mistakes, then you are making new things, trying new things, learning, living, pushing yourself, and changing your world. We live in a world that views mistakes as a bad thing, when in reality, brings us closer to our goal and to who we are as a person. It is these mistakes that help us seek guidance from our parents, guardians, best friends, teachers, whoever it is that helps you overcome that obstacle in life. Let us give thanks for the opportunities that have been given to us by Hoboken High School. Let us thank the teachers who have devoted their time and effort to giving us a world-class education, no matter how many times we may have irritated them. Lastly, let us thank our families who have supported us through thick and thin, giving us that extra strength to keep moving. Now, as much as it pains me to say this, I would like to say goodbye to my teachers, the staff, the class of 2018. You all made these 4 years quite memorable for me. I wish you all luck in the future, obtaining whatever goal you set your mind to. Farewell.
So beautiful. That was not in practice. So now, I am honored to introduce the valedictorian of the class of 2018, Lizette will be attending New York University School of Engineering this fall.
Good evening, and thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for being here tonight. I am extremely honored to be here and to give this speech on behalf of my class. But before I begin, I want to take a moment to congratulate all of my classmates because we made it here! It feels like just yesterday we were starting freshman year, gazing upon the seniors as they all roared, "Seniors! Seniors!" through the hallways. We longed to be in their position, and here we are, 3 years later, at our graduation ceremony. I know right now there's a mix of emotions within our audience. Some of us are excited, others are having feelings of nostalgia, and if you are like me, you feel an assortment of different emotions all mushed together. 4 years ago, I transferred to Hoboken High from a different high school. I was extremely nervous to be in a place where I absolutely knew nobody. In my kitchen, the morning of my first day at Hoboken High, I feared that I would feel awkward and lost. Would people like me? Would anyone be nice or talk to me? I vividly remember my first day of high school. Zamira introduced me to everyone and told me a little something about each person. This is Hannah, she's the artistic one. This is Andrew, he's the funny one, and so on. I wish I could go back in time to that day and tell the nervous 14-year-old in my kitchen that everything was going to be fine, that people would like you and eventually support you and even love you. Through the years, I have made many friends since that first day. I have met a whole variety of personalities and characters within the school that I know I will remember for a long time. I have made so many memories that have been resurfacing my mind as this day approached, leaving me with the impression that these 4 years went by faster than I had ever imagined. Even though I love my school and friends, it would be dishonest to imply that every day was wonderful. There were days that dragged on, and I felt like high school would never end. As I'm sure you might relate to, there were dark days. Days when I contemplated giving up, as some of you might have contemplated giving up. And moments when I broke down, as some of you might have broken down. These are the days that are the most important, the days that tested our motivation and strengths and forced us to grow. I admire everyone who is sitting here today, because all of us did not let those days get the best of us. We were able to find the motivation we needed to endure and succeed. We found the strength in ourselves, our families, our friends, and our teachers. We made it together. As I reflect on my high school career, I realized that 14-year-old freshman that worried about her first day of school could have never imagined that she would become, could have never imagined the person she would have become over the next 4 years. As cliche as it might sound, I think about our time together like a roller coaster ride. We have at times been exhilarated as we ascended great heights and clung to each other as we managed our twists and turns. And now, as our ride comes to an end, part of us wants to do it all over again, and another part knows it's time to move on. As I look out at each and every one, I know that as I move on, I will carry a piece of each of you with me. Together, we are Red Wings, and together, we will fly. Congratulations!
So, when I think about a student that embodies school pride and what it truly is to be a Red Wing, there's only one person that comes to my mind. Your class president, Brandon.
I would like to thank all of you sitting right in front of me with your red and white caps and gowns. You are the reason that I stand here today. My journey to this podium all began 5 years ago when we entered that infamous building down the road from our elementary schools, then known as the Hoboken Junior Senior High School. It was then that I did something so unbelievable that I shocked myself. That shy kid that had been in elementary school took the back seat as I took a leap of faith and ran for the student council president. It all started with your vote. My passion for politics, the leadership skills that I have developed, these aspects that define who I am would not exist without your confidence in me. Class of 2018, you are the reason that I stand here. You had confidence in me when I didn't believe in myself. You put your trust in me 5 years ago, and I hope that I've made you proud, because boy, am I proud of us. Look around today, and at some point find your moms and scream, "Mama, we made it, because Mama, we made it." These past 4 years has filled us with memories that are truly sure to last a lifetime. We have had our ups and downs, and it's finally come. We are writing our last page to our 4-year chapter. After today, we will no longer be students of Hoboken High School, but we'll always be Red Wings, because once a Red Wing, always a Red Wing. Being a Red Wing has defined me for the past 4 years, and I cannot be more proud of that title. The spirit, sense of community, and pride that comes with being a Red Wing is something that I hope each and every one of you take with you long past the day we walk out of those doors for the last time. One of my favorite memories at Hoboken High School was junior year. I was doing what I always did, walking late to class. I learned this old song, and I just learned the lyrics to it, and it went, little ditty about Jack and Diane. Then out of nowhere, Miss Pig turns the corner, and she finishes the line with me. 2 American kids growing up in the heartland. And that's the kind of community feel that Hoboken High School will leave us with. The loving people who work so tirelessly with us show us that they view us more than just students. That they show us that they truly care about our well-being, and they also know how to have a good time with us. Now there are those who say that we can't do it, who have said it since we were born. Since the day we entered the doors of Hoboken High School, who will say it for the rest of our lives. But class of 2018, it is time to show them. To take all that Hoboken High School has taught us, all the opportunities that it has given us, and take it into the world, and show those who say that we can't, that we can, and we will. As the renowned artist of our generation, Cardi B once said, a lot of people always question, what can she do next? What can she do? And I'm going to show you. Take these wise words of Cardi B and shove them into the face of those naysayers. Thank you, Hoboken High School, for believing in me. Thank you for helping us become the people that we are today. Thank you for all the memories, and simply thank you for everything. Signing off the best way I know how. Whoa! Go memories!
I do remember that day as well, and I probably was shocked that someone would sing a song that I even knew in the school. I never know any of your music, so thank you for bringing that back to me, Brandon. Before we move on to the main event, I have the pleasure of introducing our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Christine Johnson. She wishes to address the class of 2018, and then she will certify the diplomas.
Thank you. We're almost there. Good evening, everyone. I would like to take a moment to congratulate the class of 2018 and to just share a few words before I certify your diplomas. Graduating from high school is a monumental accomplishment, as your years in the district inevitably included both personal challenges and memorable rewards. You have had so many successes to be proud of. These include athletic championships, academic accolades, musical and theater arts awards, and certificates for written publications. Most impressively, as a class collectively, you have been offered over 13 points in college and university scholarships. You have also been offered over $51,000 in local community awards and over $2.5 million in RaiseMe.com scholarships. This is almost $5 million more than last year in total, and 7 times the amount from 4 years ago. While some of you are very clear about your future plans, others may not yet have selected your path. However, each of you has opportunities in hand, and I do hope that you courageously take advantage of whatever is available to you. I am very proud to announce that 96% of you have been accepted and will be off to 2 or 4-year colleges or universities, while others are set to attend technical, prep schools, or even enter military service. Congratulations. So we all know that sometimes graduation brings upon some anxiety, and it's the unknown that's associated with new people that will come into your lives, new places that you will go, and also new daily routines. But graduation also brings about great excitement that sparks new opportunities that lie ahead. I don't want to really give you any advice or any suggestions, but tonight I just simply want to leave you with a compilation of words and a British quote from Haley James Scott. We have to be vigilant in protecting our opportunities to succeed, to laugh, to be enchanted, and to live. Life does not owe us anything. In fact, we owe something to the world. Now is the time for you to shine, when your dreams are within reach and your possibilities are extremely vast. Now is the time for you to become the people that you have dreamed of becoming. And now is the time to take on this world. You are here, class of 2018, and we see you, the world sees you. It's waiting for you. So at this time, I am honored as Superintendent of the Hoboken Public School District to certify to President Thomas Cluckfeld, Sharon Angley, and members of the Hoboken Board of Education that all students assembled here tonight for this special and momentous graduation ceremony have in fact completed all of the requirements in accordance with the New Jersey Administrative Code and the Hoboken Public School District's graduation policies. By doing so, these fine young men and women are entitled to receive their diplomas and all rights and privileges therein. Principal Picapietro, you are now permitted to issue diplomas to this wonderful and amazing class of 2018.
Noah Acevedo. Eddie Augusto. Dylan Algier. Henry Andino. Amanda Andujar. Destiny Aponte. Yesenia Ericina. Jaylene Borges. Daniel Burrell. Markel Burrow. Julian Colon. Ricardo Colon. Keyshawn Crandell. Samira Davenport. Maurice Raul Hernandez. Maite Hitchell. Mona Isa. Rashawn Jackson. Jaylee Jimenez. Joshua Lindera. Victoria Lisa. Evelise Lorenzo. Brandon Lyons. Hannah Mack. Veronica Manila. Ivan Martin. Kawan Megan. Joshua Melendez. Eric Mendez. Ashley Mendoza. Kayla Mendoza. Naeem Hickman. Isaiah Okita. Terrence Moore. Deborah Moretti. Abram Moya. Manuel Munoz. Lizette Oliva. Alyssa Ortiz. Gianna Palermo. Mateus Carrera. Paul Vasquez. Ethan Villalobos. Natalie Capone. Anaya Walker. Nasir Walker.
Congratulations, everyone. So, could I have my senior class please stand up? Turn around and face your families. Don't forget to move your tassels from the right to the left. Represents the class of 2018. Okay. There's one more item my senior class owes me. Don't you dare say no, you won't promise me. Underneath your seats. Turn to page 4. Thank you, Dyron. No. It's on the 4th or 5th page. You promised me, we practiced this. Mr. Stasiak, whenever you're ready.